And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, Lucas from Mars here. And today we're going to take a look at one more team that we have not introduced in this franchise, and that is the New Orleans Kings. We're going to look at them here in this video, and we're also going to look at another youngster for the Razorbacks. And let's just get this started. So Pablo Lopez on the mound here for Charlotte, who started the season 1-2 on the year. And Pablo Lopez last year wasn't that great, and just an alright pitcher and alright starter. Has never been really, truly that great, and he is going to be a free agent after this year, so probably not going to re-sign him as we get you introduced to this Kings lineup. Now, Brian Rocchio is their leadoff man, 25 years old, but he's been pretty disappointing in this franchise. Really hasn't lived up to the hype that he does have in real life. And on a 2-2 pitch here, he swings and misses at a nice outside fastball there by Pablo Lopez. And this Kings team, not very good. Yes, Kings team is one of the worst ranked teams in the game. And they've been to the playoffs once, but that was it. And don't really expect them to do a whole lot in this season. So Nick Madrigal is another guy here that they have. And again, he's another young prospect in real life, and he's had a couple of good seasons, but he's never been truly great. He's never truly exploded and became a superstar in the league. So, a couple disappointing players right there, back to back, to lead off this lineup, as he does end up getting a base hit after shattering his bat there on an inside pitch. And he shatters his bat, but he still someone gets to the fall for a single. Now, Sam Escobar is a rookie for them this season, and he did play a little bit last year, but he didn't get enough at-bats to qualify as not a rookie, so he is going to be a rookie this season, 25 years old and 83 overall. Now, let's see what he does here on this 2-2 pitch. It's a ground ball. Third baseman's got it, and a fire to second and a fire to first. They got them both in time for a pretty impressive double play there. Turned and started by the third baseman. So that is the end of the first inning here. No score. And we keep going. So we're going to talk about David Peterson really quick. A man in real life and a guy that has been very disappointing in this franchise. Cannot lie about him. He has never really had a good season in this franchise, and I mean, you can look at his stats right there. A very bad ERA. He's not a very great pitcher. Now, O'Neal Cruz, 27 years old, a potential. He did win Rookie of the Year in 2024. He had a pretty good season. Last year was just all right for him. And you're kind of thinking that maybe if some of these young guys can do well, that they can maybe make this team good here in a couple of seasons. But again, it's kind of a team that's filled up with a lot of players that just have potential, but they haven't really shown their potential yet in this franchise. So taking a look there at the Cougars team and their defensive positioning there, Cougars are a very good squad, and we'll check in on them as the season is progressing too. Oscar Mercado is their center fielder. He played for New York for a while, and he was really good with New York. He is a good center fielder. He makes contact. Now, Joe Adell here batting 7th. In real life, he's kind of struggling with the Angels in real life, but in this game, he's not lived up to it. And again, really has not been very good. He is only 26, but he has been very disappointing in this franchise as well. And he pops it up out into foul territory there for the first out. Now, Joey Bart is this team's catcher, and again, same thing. Joey Bart in real life, a lot of great potential, but really, Joey Bart has been one of the most disappointing players in this entire sim that we've had. He has just never really been good, and he has been a substandard catcher at best, and the offense is just not there for him. So, a lot of guys like that on this team. Now, J.D. Davis is kind of their older, more veteran guy, and you can see he's alright. Tristan Ornelas is 25-year-old. I think he has some potential for sure. He's got some pretty good stats. Now, later in the top of the 4th inning, that's a swing and a miss there, and a very high fastball from Pablo Lopez. No chance to hit that one. So one down here in the 4th, as that ball is driven out to left field, and it is at the wall, and it's gone. And there's a home run for Nick Madrigal there into left field, going towards left center, and a dinger for Nick Madrigal there. A home run, 404-foot shot for Nick Madrigal. So a home run there, 1-0 now. Top of the fourth, 1-1 game. And now the next batter here hits another drive into left field, and that one is gone again. That's like to the exact same spot. O'Neal Cruz, a home run, and Madrigal and Cruz go back to back. And again, 402 feet, and it's right into almost the exact location that Nick Madrigal just hit his. So now a 2-1 game and a 2-1 lead for the Kings here. And there's another deep fly ball, center field. This one is run down and caught, though, out there in center for the final out. But a couple of home runs in that inning for New Orleans. They lead it 2-1 after the top of the fourth inning. So up by a run here on the Cougars. And we go now in the top of the fifth inning here, and J.D. Davis, who struck out his first at bat, coming up here in the top of the fifth. And the full count pitch to him is a call, and strike 3 on the inside corner. A good pitch by Pablo Lopez for his 5th strikeout of the game, and 1 down here in the 5th. Now Joe Adell coming up, and a 1-2 pitch to him, and he also looks at strike 3 called, as that is a high fastball that just clips the zone. So Pablo Lopez, a couple of strikeouts here in this inning, and again, a perfectly placed pitch right there. So now 1-0 count, and it's a ground ball over to the shortstop, and the throw over to first ends the top of the 5th inning with New Orleans up by 1. Now, we did base these jerseys off of another YouTuber that I like to watch. Same as TNJ. He actually had a series with this team, and we kind of took his uniforms because they looked cool, and I liked the uniforms. So that's kind of where this team and their uniforms and their designs are all based off of. As that's a double into the gap there. And he's actually going to try and go to third for a triple, and he will be safe. So a triple there for Rocchio. And a man suddenly at third base here to begin the inning. And let's just take a look at how fast Rocchio goes there around the bases. So yeah, I mean, that's where I base the jersey, the purple. I really like the purple jersey here. I do think that these are their away ones. I think their away ones are a lot better than their home uniforms. Now a 2-2 pitch here, and it's another fly ball that is deep enough to drive home the run for sure. As in to score comes Rocchio, and it's a 3-1 lead now for New Orleans. As good job there, J.D. Davis, I believe, or no, that's Nick Madrigal that drived him in there with a sac fly. Now O'Neal Cruz hits a line drive into left, and it's caught by Kyle Saul. Oh man, what a play! Let's take a look at this. A diving catch by Kyle Saul. He's not very big. Kyle Saul's pretty tiny, and man, what a play. Wow, a great diving play there to end the 5th inning. So Rex Morrison coming on here for Charlotte, a rookie for them, and now trying to keep it at a 3-1 game, but that's not going to last very long because that ball is crushed. No doubt home run, and it's gone. Oscar Mercado with a home run there, and that's his first of the season, and he knew it. A no-doubter there, and a no-doubt backflip for Oscar Mercado, and it's a 4-1 lead now for New Orleans. And take another look at this swing. You get to see, oh yeah, he knew right away, a little backflip, and don't get the distance on this home run, but certainly farther than the 2 others that we've had that the Orleans have hit in this ball game. So now we get a pinch hitter here, and I believe this is Trestor Ornelas coming in the game as a pinch hitter right now. And yes, it is a .333 average so far in the season. He hasn't gotten that many at-bats. And right now, I want to try to get him in as a starter, but their outfield is kind of, it's kind of full, so we'll have to see what happens with him. I want to get him to start, but he hits a ground ball here on a 2-2 pitch, and that is the end of the, not the end, well, that is the end for him in this game as he would bound out. So now with 2 outs in the inning, Nick Madrigal is 2 for 2 with a home run, a single, and a couple of ribbies tonight, so let's see what he does here. And the first pitch to him is a ground ball right back to the pitcher, though, who spears it and throws it on to first for the out. So through the top of the 8th inning, it is a 4-1 lead here for New Orleans in this one. And unless we have any more highlights from this game, I would believe that is the end of this one, and the Kings would win this game. They would start 3-1 on the season, and they had a couple of comeback victories over the Blue Sox to start the season. So they're starting the season out hot and way better than people anticipated. And again, I don't believe that this is going to be a good team. Really, I don't believe this is going to be a playoff team for sure. This is a rebuilding year for them. The last year was a rebuilding year for them as well, but they're fully in the rebuild stage and in the rebuild process right now. And for Charlotte, the Cougars 1-3 on the season so far, as their offense just didn't really do much tonight against David Peterson, who turned in a very good start. So we're gonna keep going here, and we're gonna flash forward to a game between the Aces and the Mustangs as Rogelio Armenteros coming on in to pitch for Ontario in this one, and we're just going to take a look here at Michigan, and we already kind of introduced both of these teams. And to start the game off, a little pop-up that's snagged by the second baseman there for the first out of the inning. Now Robert Pawson is up, and he takes a ball. Now 2-1 on the year for Ontario, the Aces, as well, as they look to keep their hot start going, as that's a swing and a miss. Rafael Devers up there, and he swings and misses to strike out for the out there in the end. The middle of the first inning now, as we get to introduce you to the pitcher on the Michigan side in Caleb Smith. An alright year last year. He's an alright reliever. He can, I believe that he can be good in this game, but there are, he has his flaws for sure. Now, Teoscar Hernandez is coming up here in the top of the second inning, and the pitch to him is a drive out to deep left field. That ball is down, and it's going to head off the wall for extra bases. So Teoscar Hernandez with a double there, his first of the year. Now Michael Taglia coming up here with a man on second and one away. And he drives one into left. That is down, and that's going to score Teoscar, who is coming home, and the throw is offline, and it's 1-0 Michigan. Now, I do like Michigan's offense for sure, and I don't know. I think they have a chance at maybe making the playoffs. We'll see how they continue to go and how their season goes. I think their offense is pretty good. The pitching, I have a couple of stars, but pitching isn't as great as I think it should be for them. Now, here in the second inning, and watch that. That's a diving catch made by the center fielder. Then they would get the double play on Michigan there. That was a crazy play. Center fielder dove for the ball, caught it, and then threw it to first for a double play. Now, top of the third inning here, Jake Rogers coming up. He's had a very good start to the season for him. He's a home run and 4 RBIs, a .313 average to begin the year for him. And on an 0-1 pitch, he drives one out to the gap in left center field, as that's going to be a double and extra bases for him. A double there, and again, a man in scoring position, so Michigan getting some hits right now off of Armenteros. And now Chad Pinder on a full count, trying to drive him home, and he swings and misses at a fastball. I believe that was down in the strike zone. He couldn't catch up to it for a big strikeout there. 1 down now in the inning, as cannot catch up to that pitch. So we're 2 away in the inning now. I believe Robert Pawson is going to hit a fly ball that is caught by the outfielder there to win the inning. So we head on to the top of the fourth. Rafael Devers coming up here to lead off the 4th inning, and let's see what he will do here on the first pitch to him. And he hits it a very deep drive to right field. It's got a chance, and it's gone. Home run off Rafael Devers. His first of the year, and Michigan scoring some more. They are up 2-0 now. And a good drive there by Devers. Got good handle on it. And 2-0 his first of the year. As you take another look at that home run from him. And now it's Teoscar. And he hits a ball into left center. That is deep. And that one is gone as well. So we have back-to-back games in the Kings game. And now we have back-to-back home runs here in this game as well, as Teoscar Hernandez going deep. And 381 just over the wall. Teoscar 2 for 2 to start the night for him. Now Tagliano looking at a strike 3 call there on the corner for a strikeout. And again, looking at that pitch, beautiful pitch, paint right there on the corner, no chance for Tagliano, who is just looking at that baseball. So 1 away here now in the inning, and now it's up to Brandon Rogers, who lined out to center field his first time, and he hits a ground ball picked up by the second baseman over to second base. The shortstop covering, and they get the double play there. Now we have the top of the 5th, Dan Kruger grounding into another double play, looks like here. And yes, they do get him at first, so a double play to get 2 away here in the 5th. Now, Devers again, I believe, and he hits a fly ball that is deep and is off of the wall. And they're going to try and send him. No, they're going to try and get him back to third base, and they get him out. And a big base running blunder right there, as he's caught trying to go back to third base after the double. So they do not score in that inning. And now Harry DeSilva up against Teoscar, who's 2 for 2 in the game. And he hits another ball deep to left field. That one's gone into the seats. Man, what a shot by Hernandez. His second home run of the game. And another long ball tonight for Michigan. Man, and he knew that one right away, as it is another home run. And just look at the swing, clapping his hands as he drops the bat. And my goodness, how about that home run? A big fly, and it's now 4-0. Top of the 6th, Brandon Rogers coming up here, and he cranks a slider into deep center field. That is off the wall. So he's going to get up to second base, a double for Rogers. And again, the offense for Michigan is showing up in this ball game. They've gotten a lot of hard contact so far here against the Aces pitching. And the Aces pitching staff, I do not like the Aces pitching staff one bit. It's just not a very great pitching staff. So trying to get out of the inning here. Jake Rogers, who doubled earlier in the game, he went 2 away. The first pitch to him is a line drive base hit into center field. Rogers is going to come around third. He will score. And it's another run for Michigan. They got 5-0 here in the 6th. So now just trying to get out of the inning, and a fly ball into right field. Looks like that will do it. And we'll finally end the inning there for Ontario. So a big inning for Michigan. He was 11 hits in this game and is up 5-0 here as we go into the middle of the 6th inning now. And we're going to go ahead. The 7th is still 5-0. And Dan Kruger getting another drive into that one. And that is off the wall. Bouncing away from the right fielder. And he's going to try and go to third. Kruger for a triple, and he's going to be safe. And did not play that ball very well off the wall. And Dan Kruger gets all the way to third base there on a triple. And you take a look at what happens here to the right fielder, who tracks it down, but then bounces off the wall, and the ball gets away from him quite a bit. So that allows him to get to third base. So now a man on third. They bring in another pitcher here, Justice Sheffield. Not a very great relief pitcher for him, and did not have a good season last year in the slightest. Now, Robert Poussin coming up, and he hits a Fly ball very deep into right field. It's caught right at the wall, but a run will score, and it's now a 6-0 game. So Michigan just pouring it on right now as Robert Clausen getting an RBI. So now it's Teoscar, who's 3 for 3 in the game. A couple of dingers and a couple of ribbies for him. Let's see what he does here with 2 away in the 7th. And he will get another drive into center field. And that one is going to get down and into the corner. And how about Teoscar Hernandez? A couple of doubles and a couple of home runs. 4 for 4 with 4 extra base hits for Teoscar Hernandez. My goodness. And he's having a good start to the year for him, I'd say. Swing looking pretty smooth right now as he notches in another hit. Now, still in the 7th inning, Alex Kirilloff now. He would hit a ground ball here right to the shortstop. That would end the inning, and I bet you guys wondering why I'm even showing this game. Yes, Teoscar was 4 for 4, but middle of the 7th inning, Michigan just really cruising along in this game. Well, that would change it just a little bit here as Luis Trevino would come on in as a reliever for Michigan, and again, not a very great relief pitcher here, but you figure, oh, you're up by a good margin here, he can handle it, right? Now, watch what happens at the bottom of the 7th. Another walk, and Aaron Hicks walks again, and then a grand slam by Nomar Mazara, and all of a sudden, it's a 1-run ball game now. It's a 6-5 game here in the top of the 8th. So now it's a really close game again as walk there to start the top of the 8th inning. And taking a look at how close that pitch was, just off the outside corner. Now Jake Rogers, who's 2 for 3 in the game. He hits a drive into left field. That one is down, and it's a home run. It looked like it would be bouncing off the wall for just a second, but then it carried all the way out of here. So another home run for Michigan. And another home run so far this season for Jake Rogers. And so Michigan putting some more distance between them and the opposition here now with that home run. And watch how close this was to going out. And it just went right behind there and didn't even know it was a home run for a good second there. And a strikeout of Chad Pinder here for the second out. Now top of the 9th, Teoscar 4 for 4. Can he maybe even make his day better? 5 for 5 possibly, but he gets a grounder in his shortstop, and that is the end of the inning for him. So a really good game for Teoscar Hernandez. Now trying to save the game here for Michigan now as we are going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And Michigan up by a few runs, and now Robert Stevenson coming in, the closer. 2 for 2 in save opportunities so far with a 0 ERA. Looking to collect his 3rd save of the season here now tonight. As we will go in the quick manage. A strikeout to begin, a walk, and then a 2-run home run. So Nomar Mazara, they would win the game regardless, but Nomar Mazara had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in that game. Oh, really, that one got really too close for Michigan as they were up 6-0. They almost blew that lead, and then they are up 8-5, and they almost blew that lead too, but they do win the game here 8-7, and they even up their record, I believe, at 2-2 on the year. So a save there, a shaky save, but a save nonetheless for Robert Stevenson as an 8-7 game, and you can look at the runs there for Ontario, all of them being scored super late. Now, the last game here is Simeon-Woods-Richardson. He is a top prospect in real life, and he's been in the bullpen for San Francisco to start the year, but they are now putting him more as a starter. This is his first official start of his career. He has pitched a lot, but this is the first time he's actually starting a baseball game for the Razorbacks, as they are playing the San Diego Sharks, who are 2-1 to start the year as well. And Richardson has pitched a couple of innings this season, and overall he has been a very good reliever. He was very good as a relief pitcher last year, so hoping to transition a lot of the success he had as a long relief pitcher to becoming a starter here in this game. Now we go to Julian Webster, who is leading it off for San Diego, and he would ground this 0-1 pitch to short and to third base. And look at the stretch by Lewis Lyle. That was a nice stretch coming off the bag nearly, but still somehow able to plant his foot down there on the base. Now, Byron Buxton would hit a drive out into left center field there for extra bases. He's got 91 speed, so you got to get the ball in quickly, and he would end up stopping at second base with a first inning double. As you get another look at the swing there and into the gap for a double and extra bases. Getting a look at the swing there. Now Hunter Dozier swings and misses at a four-seamer to get the strikeout. So they do get the hit, but no runs here in the top of the first inning. So we would go down and out of the bottom of one, and I would be trying something out here. Mackenzie Gore pitching for San Diego and the Sharks. I actually let the CPU play this game, and I'm going to do that a lot more often from now on, especially when I can't, be downstairs and playing the game myself. Sometimes I just don't have time to do it. So this is the first time that I have set the CPU to be pitching and to only be pitching. So I'm going to be doing this a lot more as the season goes on. So, especially because that even makes it even more realistic than me going out there and trying to throw pitches and trying to throw the ball game. The CPU, it's based all on the player statistics and not even any user skill. So that's how we're going to kind of work a lot of these games here as we move along on the season. So that would be the end of the first inning as a 1-2-3 frame for Mackenzie Gore to begin his night in a good start for him. As we would go 2-0 and count in the top of the second inning, and Will Smith drives one out to the outfield. That ball is long gone. A drive sent out here by Will Smith. His first homer of the year. And San Diego striking first tonight. They are up 1-0 here in the second inning. And man, he knew it right away. Will Smith, some celebrating going on as he just watches it, and just tossing the bat away from him right there. That was a nice bat flip, and Simeon was just upset about giving up the long ball in that situation. Now, to end the second inning, though, we get a strikeout on Everson Pereira, so he would bounce back from the home run very well, and 1-0 through the middle of the second inning after the home run by Will Smith and the no doubt shot. So now 2 away here and a strikeout in the bottom of the second. There was 2 men on there. Mackenzie Gore getting out of the jam with a strikeout and a beautiful pitch and a K. So through 2 innings here, it is 1-0, and Yasmani Grandal striking out there, none too pleased about it. So now, top of the third, 1 away, and that's another strikeout. So a few innings ending on Ks here for these 2 pitchers, as Woods-Richardson ends the top of the third inning with a strikeout in a 1-2-3 frame. So we would keep going. Bottom of the third inning, a 3-2 pitch and another strikeout on Lewis Lyle that time, the third one of the game for Mackenzie Gore. As a beautiful inside pitch to Lewis Lyle for the strikeout. As 2 down now in the third inning. Now he will go top of the fourth. Simeon-Woods-Richardson can try to keep his good start going, and a fly ball here center field, and a little bit of trouble and miscommunication there by the outfielders, as that would end up being an error on the shortstop, I believe. So a man would reach due to an error, and let's see if that comes back to haunt him as Tim Brady coming up to the plate. The first pitch to him, and they're going to try and steal second base, and he's going to be safe. So a stolen bag, and now San Diego is set up in business with a man in second base in the scoring position. The 1-2 pitch to Brady. He hits one deep to left field. Racing back, and it's gone. Over the wall. He cannot catch up to that one. And it sails out of here for a 2-run home run for Tim Brady. as a 364-foot long ball down the left field line for Tim Brady. And now 3-0 for San Diego. And to end the third, look at this diving play by Lewis Lyle, and on his back, throwing it to the pitcher, Richardson at first. That was a nice play. That is the end of the inning. And another look at that diving stop there by Lewis Lyle to end the top of the fourth. But San Diego up 3-0 now after the big home run. So we're trying to get something off of Mackenzie Gore. Here in the inning is San Francisco, and they would get a double down the right field line here to put 2 men in scoring position at second and third. So Ozzie Albies with a double there. And now C.J. Abrams coming on in a full count to him. He's just outside for ball 4, so a walk. And now the bases are loaded. So Mackenzie Gore really running into some issues here in this fourth inning. Can he try to get out of this jam that he's put himself into here as Yasmani Grandol's coming up? Trying to take advantage of all the runners in scoring position for him on the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field, and it's caught and ran down. A nice play by Buxton, but a runner would score. And San Francisco would get on the scoreboard. And I actually think that was a base hit. That scored 2 runs. Excuse me, that was a base hit. And now it's a 3-2 game. Another walk here for Mackenzie Gore. Just missing high. Looking at how close that pitch was to being a strike. And now Lewis Lyle. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. And that's going to score another run. Only 6 speed at third base, so they're not going to try and send the runner home there. But the game is tied. Lewis Lyle coming through with a base hit. So trying to end the fourth, and it's a fly ball caught by the left fielder in the inning. But a big inning for San Francisco as they would get 3 runs in that frame to tie up the game here. So through 4, 3-3 tie. Full count, top of the 5th, and that's a strikeout. Alex Reyes looking at strike 3 with Richardson getting his 4th strikeout of the game. And a beautiful pitch right on the corner for strike 3. Taking a look. Oh, maybe a little bit inside, but it's a strike anyway. So now we go on to the bottom of the 6th. Adrian Moreland pitching in the game now. He would walk the pinch hitter, Lyle Mitchell-Tree, to get a man on base. So maybe let's see what San Francisco can do with it here. As Jacob Amaya coming up to the mound. Trying to do something, trying to take advantage with the runner on first. First pitch to him is a ground ball to third, and they would go to second base for the out. So through the bottom of the 6th now, through 6 innings, still tie game at 3 in piece. Who's going to break this tie right now here? We got a good one going on in San Francisco. So now, top of the 7th inning, Everson Pereira, a 1-2 pitch, just swing and a miss. Cole Seawolf getting him on the K there, and a beautiful pitch low. Everson Pereira cannot catch up to it for the strikeout. So now, one down here, a pinch hitter, Jake Bowers, coming into the ball game here with a man with nobody on base here with 2 away in the 7th. And let's see, the first pitch to him, and he hits a fly ball into deep center field. Racing back as a center fielder at the wall. He leaps and he can't get it. It's a home run. How about that? Trevor Bowers off the bench. A clutch homer here in the 7th inning to give the Sharks the lead. 402-foot home run. Just out of the reach of the center fielder who tried to jump up there and grab it. And now an 0-2 pitch to Webster. He does get a strikeout there. But a big home run by Jake Bowers as San Diego up in the game now, leading it 4-3. Only 4 hits, but man, have they made their 4 hits count tonight for San Diego in this one. So now Rob Santos would come on in here for San Diego, and the Sharks here in the top of the 8th, trying to keep the game right where it is. And Rob Santos, a rookie with some pretty good stats, 86 and 85 K per 9 and home run per 9, a couple of good stats for him there now. with a man on first base, a drive out to center, and that's going to be a base hit. So from first to third goes the runner, and now we got a situation here. Sammy Perez is going to come on in the ball game. He's another young relief pitcher for San Diego here that they got in their bullpen, and he will try and shut the game down with runners on the corners first and third here in a stressful situation in the 8th. So now Ozzie Albies here with 2 away in the inning, trying to take advantage and trying to tie the game. 3-1 pitch, it's ball 4, a high pitch, and Sammy Perez does not get the call. So now the bases are loaded for C.J. Abrams coming up to the plate here. This is actually still the 7th inning in the bottom of the 7th. So now C.J. Abrams, bases loaded. Big situation. Let's see what he will do here. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of 0 for 1 with a couple of walks in the game so far. And now the 0-2 pitch to him is a little blooper in the center field. It's drawn down and caught. A nice play, Byron Buxton getting there and making the catch. And Sammy Perez getting out of the jam, wiping away some sweat from his brow there. And that was a stressful situation. So now the 4-3 game is still intact. So you would have a double switch situation here going into the 8th inning by San Francisco, and coming on the game here is Jose Lopez, who's pitched 3 perfect scoreless innings so far this season. Now 3-2 pitch to Bobby Ullman here in the 8th, and he lines one right over the center second baseman for a base hit. And now Hunter Dozier here with the man on, and he hits one into the gap in right center field, that is down, and it's going to get to the wall in the corner. That's going to score a run. Dozier is going to go to third base, and he will get there. And now San Diego tacking on here. They get another run to lead it 5-3. As taking a look at where that ball ended up there, and that beautiful double by Hunter Dozier. So now 1-1 pitch. Carter K-Boom gets another drive, center field. That is caught by the right fielder, actually, and that is going to score another run. So they do get one right here. It's 6-3. They're up by a few. Now San Francisco trying to make a comeback in the game, and a fly ball deep into left, and it's gone. A home run. So Jacob Amaya with a dinger, and San Francisco trying to come back here tonight. They're now only down 2, a 6-4 game. Now in this one, as Amaya's first of the year. Taking a look at it again, a home run that just gets over, and it's a dinger. So now 3-2 count here with 2 away in the 8th. It's a ground ball. Second baseman's got it over to first in time for the out. So Jacob Amaya getting the Razorbacks a little bit closer here in this game with that home run, but Razorbacks still down 2, 6-4 at the end of 8 innings. So now, top of the 9th inning, Everson Pereira up, and he would hit one deep to left. Say goodbye. That was gone. Home run, Everson Pereira, and just like that, so San Francisco getting back in the game a little bit, and just like that, well, the Sharks will get that run right back. Ronnie Galarraga would come in the game here for San Diego, trying to close the game out for the Sharks, and he had a really good season last year. 26 years old, 87 potential. Ronnie Galarraga is a very good relief pitcher. I believe he's going to do well this season in this franchise, and he gets a strikeout here of Davis for a K. 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th inning. And now with 3-2 pitch to Reese Hines. He's got him again. Another swing and a miss for another strikeout. And now 2 down here in the 9th for Galarraga. Taking a look at that pitch below the zone, and that is a beauty for strike 3. 2-away here on the 9th. Trent Grisham is the last chance. Ground ball, second baseman up with it, throws it over to first to end the game, and that would be the end of it. So, unfortunately, in the debut here of Simeon-Woods-Richardson, the Sharks would win the game, and the Razorbacks would lose the game. Richardson was just alright in this start. He wasn't very great, but it wasn't necessarily terrible either. As the Sharks win this one, they would go to 3-1 on the season. So we're going to keep going on with the franchise. That was the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to Lucas from Mars.